All right. Well, I think let's do one thing. Let's kickstart market Fatafat. Remember, this is a show where we'll flag off individual movers and shakers. And joining in for doing just that, we have with us on the technicals Kunal Bothra as well as Gaurav Ratnaparki of Sher Khan join in. So good morning to both of you. And let's start off, of course, first with the big mover in trade, that's Zee Entertainment. The crack in the stock continues over here. Remember, yesterday we did see a 6 to 7% fall, and look at the kind of fall we are seeing today. Accelerated selling pressure seen, especially in the last couple of minutes. It's almost a 10% decline seen in trade today. Remember, yesterday we had a clarification as well coming in from SL Group, trying to assuage investors that the stake sale process is steady. It's at an advanced stage, but not doing much with the stock price right now. Even Dish TV is falling significantly in trade. Kunal, I was just flagging off Blue Star and how it's been showing quite a steady up move, and we're going to get in Gaurav's view as well on that one. But what exactly are you witnessing in Voltas?
Oh, the stock was trading in a range. I think we had highlighted the stock earlier as well, that how in a 40-point band the stock has been trading, where 600 approximately was acting as a strong support, and closer to 630, 640 the stock took a lot of resistance. Now in terms of the stock price, it's breached that key support level. And when you look at a 1 month or a 2 month price pattern and the stock going through that consolidation, it acts like a distribution pattern for Voltas. So I believe that the stock can correct it further, almost till 560, 565 levels over the next few weeks.
Right, moving on to the next mover today is JSW Steel. Interestingly, a lot of resilience witnessed in this metal stock. It's still a third of a percent higher despite the massive fall in the markets. Your view here? Gaurav?
JSW Steel has fallen sharply in last couple of sessions. However, it has now reached near a level where it had taken supports multiple times in the month of April. So 284, 285 is a strong support range for the counter, and unless that breaks on closing basis, the stock can attempt a bounce back. Even the medium-term momentum indicator is indicating further upside for the counter. So on the higher side, the stock can fill up a gap area on the daily chart, which is around 302, 305.
Okay, so that's the view coming in on JSW Steel, 0.4% higher. By the way, just a quick look at the Nifty, and we've once again slipped below 11,400. Can we just show the Nifty chart real quick? It's below 11,400, so that puts us at the lowest level in December. There you have it on your screens at the day's low. 98 points gone for the Nifty. Massive carnage seen over there. The Sensex as well has lost a whopping 330 points. We've given up 38,000 long time ago for the Sensex as well. Mid-cap index losing 159 points. So that's an update on the Nifty. The benchmark has even now breached 11,400 on an intraday basis. Okay, let's continue with the big movers and shakers today in trade. Brigade Enterprises is a stock we want to flag off after the company has delivered a robust set of fourth quarter numbers, robust booking trends as well. Even the hospitality sector has managed to break even in the fourth quarter on a PBT level. Now, while the realty sector today is one of the biggest losers, Brigade was seeing a spot of green in the earlier part of the trading session. However, that too has completely given up all those gains and is in fact now at the day's low, so 0.2% gone for Brigade Enterprises. Kunal, we were talking about realty and how that's one of the big laggards. What are you witnessing in DLF?
After that, single day selling where the stock I think was down 7 or 8%, somewhere in the month of April, start of April 2019. I think from there on the stock has just about gone to a downward drift. It's broken series of averages, whether it's 50-day moving average or a 200 moving average. It's confirmed a breach of all of those levels, and even on short-term charts, I believe that the selling pressure is still not getting abated. The stock could continue to fall further is what I'm expecting because of this downward drift and the way the stock has seen the recent price trends. 155 to 160 could be a near-term target range for DLF. Would recommend a short at current levels as well.
Okay, so that's the word coming in on a DLF. Gaurav, Vodafone Idea is now at a record low. I think it's up even the 12 rupee mark today in trade. What's the verdict here?
Yeah, Idea is clearly in a downtrend from short-term as well as medium-term perspective. On the occasions of minor degree bounces, it has been facing resistance near its crucial daily moving averages, and the same was witnessed this time as well. Over there, the stock formed a bearish bell-hold candle on Monday and started tumbling down once again. And today, the stock has broken its swing low, which was at 14.90. So it has gone into extension on the downside, and equality target for the current move on the downside is around 12.70. So that's the downside potential this stock has from short to medium term perspective.
Vodafone Idea, pardon me, it's actually sub the 14 rupee mark, but from there as well it's bounced back. Okay, Pranay, of course, the media space is the big lagarde today in trade, and along with Zee and Dish TV, you're seeing red on the screen for Sun as well.
Well, yes, one is a sentimental hit, and second is the fact that CLSA points out viewership data for some of the top broadcasters in April has seen a decline, and Sun TV features one amongst them. Their share has actually declined in April by about 110 bips to 11%, and part of that is actually coming in from the Tamil viewership. So therefore the stock is down about 4% in trade.
All right. Alembic Pharma is the next stock we want to flag off. Big news over there. The company has partnered with the SPH Group and ADIA for the Chinese market. Remember, that one has been the cynosure of all eyes, especially in the pharmaceutical sector. So essentially what Alembic wants to do is it wants to sell and promote and sell pharmaceutical products for the market. Initially, the JV will only commercialize products manufactured by Alembic Pharma, and subsequently it will even set up a manufacturing facility in China. So that's an update. And of course, additionally, there's also the numbers that we are watching out for when it comes to Alembic Pharma. Pranay, weak commentary from Escorts?
Yes, they are guiding that Q1 growth is going to be weak. They had anticipated some softness, but now they are changing the line of language to weakness. And for the full year FY20, they believe the tractor industry growth could be 5 to 8% compared to earlier expectation, or rather I should say hopes of double-digit growth. So clearly you're seeing those kind of cuts coming in on the stock as well.
All right, so that's the verdict coming in, that's the word coming in on Escorts Limited. Quick break right here on the show. Come right back. We're going to flag off more buzzers. Welcome back. You're watching Market Fatafat on ET. Now let's continue with the countdown then. Kunal, let's talk about ACC. What are you witnessing in the way the stock has moved? Yesterday we did see cement stocks buzzing. Today, however, they seem to be taking a breather as well.
So yes, Mubina, I think many of the cement stocks have now confirmed maybe a short-term reversal of sorts. For ACC as well, the stock has confirmed a break below its 50 DMA, which I believe was acting as a crucial support for the stock. In fact, the entire trend which shaped up from February 2019, where the stock was at 1300 levels, to almost 1700 with the stock tested, it was taking time and again support at those levels. So the fact that this trend has been breached for ACC, I believe it could be a spot of bother for the stock price in the near term. I think 1540 to 1530 could be the next target range for the stock price.
Okay, so there you have it. That's ACC for you, 1.5% lower. Gaurav, today some of the PSU banking names are trying to show some resilience. IOB, interestingly, for the last couple of days has been in the green. Your view here?
Yeah, IOB is basically trading near a crucial support range, which is near 13 and 12.80. So basically, weekly chart shows that the stock is trading near a medium-term rising trend line drawn from October lows, whereas the daily chart shows that the stock is trading near lower end of a short-term falling channel. So basically, there is scope for a bounce back in this counter, and the stock can head towards 14.70 to 15. However, reversal for this bullish view can be placed at 12.70 on closing basis.
Right, so that's the recommendation on IOB. Pranay, how are the numbers for RCF?
Well, they were pretty good actually. There isn't any pole over here, but revenues were up 15.5%, profits jumped up 64% from a small base, and that was actually seen through EBITDA margins, which improved 430 bips from last year. So now it came in at 5.6%, and as it is, last quarter was a good one for all these fertilizer companies. The disbursals and the payments coming from the government have also been more regular, so the sentiment is also positive on some of these fertilizer names like RCF. Stock is up 3.5%.
Okay, so that's RCF, 3.6% higher. Gaurav, another stock we've been seeing significant buying is Blue Star. For the last 10 odd trading sessions, it's green on the screen, regardless of what's happening in the markets. And I think you're strong. What would you recommend here?
Yeah, indeed, Blue Star has seen a sharp rally in last few sessions, and the rally is being accompanied by volumes as well. In terms of price pattern, the stock formed a multi-month inverted head and shoulders pattern and broke out on the upside. The momentum indicators on various time frames are in bullish mode. However, the short-term momentum indicator has been pushed near the overbought zone and need to cool off. So there is scope for some consolidation before the stock extends further on the upside. The consolidation can take place in the range of 740 to 780, and once that is done, the stock can head towards 840 in the medium term.
Alright, so that's blue stuff for you. Let's talk more about numbers then. BSE has come out with its fourth quarter numbers. It's really not been that great a set. Revenue has declined 20%, and we also have the profit figure which has come in down by about 16.4%. There was that buyback news, but that as well has failed to lift sentiment on the stock price. More from the stable of BSE, we do have a weak number on a year-on-year basis, but QOQ it's been strong. Again, continuing with that, on a year-on-year basis, we've seen a massive compression in the margins as well come by, and I think that's something that has caused the bottom line to tank. Gaurav, ONGC, today oil and gas stocks are taking a back seat, including the upstream ones. Your view on ONGC?
The ONGC is forming a brief consolidation since last few sessions. However, the consolidation is likely to break out on the upside. Overall structure shows that this is just a pause in an overall uptrend. Even in terms of wave structure, there is scope for extension on the upside. So on the higher side, the swing high of 172.50 will be a crucial hurdle to watch out for. And once that gets taken out, the stock can head towards 180 in the short term.
ONGC down 1.3%. Here is an ET Now exclusive. Last year, remember, the stock price of Motilal Oswal fell from a high of 1600 rupees odd to a low of 700. And one of the factors which weighed over and above the cyclicality nature of the business was the home finance business. Remember, Aspire Home Finance, as it was earlier called, now of course it's changed, is facing losses. Ajay Sharma joins in with the exclusive story on what steps the management has taken to fix it and turn it around. Ajay.
Well, that's correct. Last year was a very difficult year for market overall, and Motilal Oswal, financial services stock as well, saw a big amount of value destruction. But not only because the market fell and cyclical nature of the business, but also because it's one of its business forays, which is housing finance arm, were not doing well. It went into losses, a big NPAs mounted, and that led to a lot of damage on the valuation of overall company. Because there was a lot of promise built in. But in the last couple of quarters, there have been a series of big measures which have been taken, and our sources are saying that the housing finance business is on the cusp of a complete turnaround and may even post a profit this time round when they declare results. The promoters here have changed the name now to Motilal Housing Finance, Home Finance Company. Earlier it was called Aspire. This clearly shows the commitment and the personal reputation of the brand of the promoters now being put on the top of it, and Aspire name being removed. Not only that, promoters have infused 150 crores in the latest tranche into the business, and top leadership changes have actually happened. The new CEO now, which has come in, has got a history of risk control, and he's seen as a specialist in monitoring risks, which was one of the reasons perhaps in the earlier avatar the company did not do very well.
All right, well, we're out of time then on this edition of the show. So Gaurav, Kunal as well as Pranay, thank you for joining in and sharing with us those individual movers and shakers. We'll wrap it up. Coming up next is Markets at Noon.